Welcome to Let's Be Real 100%, where we are 100% real about life. We know that life happens and we are here to talk about it. And when I say we, I'm talking about it's all God and little old me. Join us as we jump into our topic today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real 100%. We're 100% real about life, and we are definitely here to talk about it. Y'all, listen, something just dropped in my life, in my mind, in my spirit, just to come on and just let you know that we need to grab our children. We need to grab them quickly because the enemy has come out to steal, kill, and destroy our next generation. I've learned some things that was shown to me and that I've seen. How the internet and how social media, which is internet, all that, whatever. Even the schools are grabbing our children and distorting their minds and telling them who they are and who they can be, messing up their true identity and filling their minds and their vision with things that shouldn't be. Because first of all, in the schools, they have this book that I learned from my sister, and she learned it from someone in her church, that they have this book about youth and sex. And I remember back in the day when we were in, health class, we only talked about, having protection and, doing it the right way or whatever, as the world would call it, of course. And then they tell you the best way not to do it, not to get pregnant or have any diseases, is just not have sex at all, which is what we're trying to do, not have sex at all. But they got this book that has been the most popular book, has become the most selling book. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I know they're putting it in the schools, and it's talking about youth and sex. And they have these pictures in this book where they have different positions and different activities and different things that kids are doing, and they make it seem like it's okay, and it's not, and then of course we have kid pornography, and then we have, kid trafficking and kid prostitution and all this other stuff. And then you have these people who are the parents or the teachers, whomever, are telling the child, well, if you don't feel like you're in the correct body as a particular gender, then you can just choose to be another one or choose not to be anything. I mean, there's a choice nowadays. But let me tell y'all something. God didn't make a mistake when he made man. When he made man a man. When he made a woman, he made them a woman. And when the gender is revealed in your mother's womb, guess what? That's the gender that you're going to be. You know what I mean? Like, there's no changing it. There's no mistake in that, because God made you who he wants you to be, and who he's called you to be is to be who he made you to be, right? So like, we really need to watch what they're watching, because these movies are hinting it in there now. They're hitting things in there, and then also in the cartoons they're watching, and the YouTube they're watching, everything. All your portals are there. Like, whatever they're listening to from their friends, from even family members, from these teachers, from other kids, from just their atmosphere, what they're seeing, what they're hearing. So I guess this is just an episode just to let you know to be aware, because God, again, he didn't make a mistake. I know this is Pride Month. We know that God hates pride, right? Pride will be torn down, right? So be careful on what what you're prideful in. I would never say that I'm better than, because I know the struggle of struggling with the same sex and the same-sex attraction and the same-sex issues and all that stuff. I get it. But I would never tell you that it's right. It's not right, because God had made man with a woman and woman with a man. The enemy makes it seem so comfortable. He makes it feel right. He makes it feel like, this person understands me better than any man could. Absolutely they do. They really do. Only because they have the same emotions you have. Like, they go through the same menstrual cycle that you go through. They have the same mood swings you do. They know when not to cross boundaries. They know a lot of things about you, because again, they are a woman as well. And vice versa with a man. They feel like they need a more, I guess, stronger male version of them. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I wouldn't know. But again, it would seem comfortable because, that's all they knew. Unfortunately, some of them are in a mind turmoil about, being molested as a young age, or by a family member or a family friend, or just in general roundabout. And then, being at a young age, that's when you mold the mind, and that's when you're able to teach a child certain things at a certain age. So if they just walk in it their whole lives without being taught, or without even them telling what happened to them, they start to walk in a certain path that's not right. So if you see anything, if you know anything, if you notice anything about your child, or about anybody or somebody else's child that if you see anything that seems off about the child, say something. It don't even have to be a young child. It could be a teenager. Things are happening all around, no matter how old you are, So it's really important for us to start really truly paying attention, because like I said before, it's out there. There's nothing we can do about it that is out there, but we can watch ours, you know what I'm saying? And then watch the ones around you, and, hopefully and prayerfully that your child will be strong enough and bold enough to stand against it and motivate the other children not to do, or, help turn this thing around as much as possible. But for us as people of God, we need to really truly pray, again, for our youth, while they're in school, and while they're wherever they are, even in their rooms with their doors shut, pray for them, because there's things out there that's really trying to grab them, and if we don't pay attention, they will get caught up. And that's something that's a battle that you don't really want to fight, because the enemy comes to fight for keeps. He fights to truly build his kingdom, but not telling them the consequences. So us as a people of God know these struggles, because we done been through it. Please don't forget where you come from. I mean, don't remember it as far as, woe is me, but remember it as, okay, I know how I came out of this. I know it is possible. Use it as a testimony for these people, or young people, because they need it. They need to hear the realistic parts of life, not just, so say for instance you're a PK kid. They're going to learn things about the Bible, right? But also you need to teach them things about things that are going on in the world, so they won't be naive of it. Also, if your child doesn't go to church or anything like that, teach them the Word of God, because somewhere in your life you've heard the Word of God, right? So I know I'm just rambling, but I'm just saying it's truly, truly, truly important that we grab our children. It's really important that we grab them now, before these things truly get way more out of hand, because it's already way out of hand. How they're accepting a lot of things. But pay attention, talk to your kids, allow them to open up to you about certain things, so that they won't feel like they can't come to you, because if they can't come to you, they're going to find somebody to go to, and they might not tell them the right thing. So pay attention. Talk to your kids. Have a round table. Have an honest table. Open door policy. However you want to call it. And just talk to them about situations that they go through, or give them certain scenarios and ask them, what would you do in this scenario? So again, just pay attention, you guys, because we are in the last days, and the enemy is coming stronger and stronger and stronger. He's walking to and fro, seeking who he can devour, and he's going to devour our youth, because they are strong, and he knows once they come to God, his kingdom is over. Even though it's already over because we know we won, but the more he loses, so just, again, pay attention. Talk to your kids. Pay attention to what they're watching. Pay attention to who they're talking to. Pay attention to who they're hanging around. Just pay attention. Be more visual and hands-on with your kids. They might not like you in the beginning, but guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to love you because you have protected them, or you have shown them what you have held them from, what you protected them from. Even if they do veer off, in the back of their mind, the Lord said, you raise up a child the way they should go, and they're gonna obey. They're gonna come back. We all rebelled at one point and we come back. But again, at the same time, pay attention. Don't just let them go. Don't just let them wild out, thinking, okay, God, you're gonna bring them back. Nah, just grab them. Go ahead and grab them. God will bring them back. He will. That's not even a question. But if there is something that we can do, because he's given us responsibility for these kids, do what you're supposed to do. Do what you have been called to do. You have been called to be a mother. You have been called to be a father. And you have been called to teach them the ways of God. Teach them the right ways. And do it. Just do it. Because it's happening. It's happening. The enemy is coming not just for grown folk no more. He's coming for the young. So again, just pay attention and know and stay prayerful. Y'all, this is another episode of Let's Be Real 100%. Just to drop in. If y'all know anything, y'all want to talk about anything, let me know. You know how to reach me. You know how to reach me here on the podcast of any kind wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, you can reach me on Instagram, Let's Be Real .100. Also on Facebook, Let's Be Real. Or on YouTube, Be Real Be You, under Sean Harden. Again, if you know me personally, you know how to reach me. And we will come back to you all another day with another episode. Talk to you guys later. Be safe and be prayerful. Thank you for listening to Let's Be Real 100%, when we're 100% real about life. We hope that you enjoyed the topic today, and we hope that you trust God more and more each day. And we hope to see you next week.